Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the last episode of this series of English Unlocked. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jake. Today we've reached a special milestone, our final episode in this series.
That's right. Episode 20, Master English, Bringing It All Together. Over the past 19 episodes, we've explored so many aspects of the English language. Today, we'll bring everything together and give you practical strategies to keep improving your English.
Whether you've just started learning or you've been with us from the beginning, this episode will help you feel more confident and ready to use English in everyday life.
So let's dive in. Let's start by reviewing the essentials. Jake, what are the building blocks of learning English?
Good question. The basics are vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and listening skills. We've covered all these topics, but it's always good to revisit them.
Absolutely. Vocabulary is like your toolbox. The more words you know, the easier it is to express yourself. Imagine trying to build something without the right tools. It would be frustrating, right? The same goes for language. Knowing a variety of words helps you express your thoughts clearly.
And grammar gives structure to your sentences. Without it, your words can get confusing. For example, I to store go is unclear, but I am going to the store makes perfect sense.
Don't forget pronunciation. Clear pronunciation helps people understand you better. Even if you know the right words, unclear speech can cause misunderstandings. Try practicing with tongue twisters or mimicking native speakers to sharpen your pronunciation.
Right. And listening is essential because it helps you understand how native speakers talk. By listening closely, you can pick up new phrases, accents, and speech patterns.
So, keep practicing all four areas. They work together like pieces of a puzzle. Without one piece, the picture is incomplete.
And remember, reviewing the basics regularly keeps your foundation strong. It's like keeping your house in good shape by fixing small issues before they become big problems.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to revisit basic lessons. Sometimes going back to the beginning helps you notice things you missed the first time.
It also helps to practice in different ways. Use flashcards for vocabulary, grammar exercises for structure, and audio materials for listening and pronunciation. Now let's talk about creating a daily English practice routine. Emma, do you have any tips?
Definitely. First, make it a habit. Even 20 minutes a day can make a big difference. Consistency is more important than how long you study.
What should learners do during that time?
Great question. Here's a simple plan that covers all four essential skills. Listen. Start with 5 minutes of listening to podcasts, audiobooks, or English videos. Choose content that matches your level. If you're a beginner, choose slow and clear speech. As you improve, challenge yourself with faster and more complex content. Speak. Practice speaking aloud for 5 minutes. Repeat sentences you hear or describe your day in English. You can even record yourself and listen back to identify areas for improvement. Read. Spend 5 minutes reading simple texts. Try news articles, stories, or even social media posts in English. Start with easy texts and gradually move to more advanced materials as your confidence grows. Write a few sentences or a journal entry for 5 minutes. It helps reinforce what you learn. Try writing about your plans, your experiences, or even your thoughts on a movie or book.
That sounds like a perfect balance, and it's flexible. You can adjust it as you progress. Regular practice is key to mastering any language.
Absolutely. Little steps each day lead to big improvements over time. If you stick to a routine, you'll be surprised how much you can achieve in a few months.
And remember, variety keeps learning fun. Switch between watching TV shows, listening to songs, and reading stories. It keeps you engaged while improving your skills.
Next, let's talk about using English in real-life situations. Jake, what are some useful scenarios for practice?
There are so many. Here are a few common situations where you can practice your English. At the store, practice asking for prices or product information. For example, how much does this cost? Or, do you have this in a different size? If you're unsure, you can ask, can you help me find? In a restaurant, Practice ordering food and asking questions about the menu. You could say, "I'd like a cheeseburger, please," or "What do you recommend?" You can also ask for special requests like, "Can I have this without onions?" Traveling. Learn how to ask for directions, check into a hotel, or buy tickets. Useful phrases include, "Where is the nearest bus stop?" and "I have a reservation." Practice polite requests like, "Could you please repeat that?" On the phone. Practice introducing yourself and leaving a message. You could say, "Hello, this is your name. May I speak to person's name?" Or "Please call me back when you're available." Practice polite ways to handle misunderstandings, such as, "I didn't catch that. Could you repeat it, please?"
Those are all practical skills. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're part of the learning process.
Exactly. Every conversation is a chance to improve. Mistakes are just steps toward fluency. The important thing is to keep speaking, no matter how imperfect you feel.
And you can even practice by talking to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing, like, "I am making coffee," or plan your day aloud. Speaking of conversations, let's share some tips for smoother communication. Jake?
Here are 4 practical tips. Listen carefully before you speak. It helps you understand and respond correctly. Pay attention to tone and body language, as they add meaning to the words. Ask follow-up questions to keep the conversation going. For example, if someone mentions a trip, ask, "How was it?" Or "What was your favorite part?" Don't stress about being perfect. Focus on being clear and understandable. People appreciate your effort to communicate even if you make small mistakes. Practice common phrases like, "Could you repeat that?" or "I didn't catch that." This helps you stay calm when you miss part of the conversation.
Those tips make conversations feel more natural and less stressful. And don't forget to smile. It helps create a friendly atmosphere. That brings us to the end of our journey. Thank you for joining us on English Unlocked.
We hope this series has helped you feel more confident using English.
Remember, learning a language is a journey. Keep practicing, stay curious, and never stop learning. Until next time, keep unlocking your English skills. And after some time, we will bring another amazing series on daily English speaking tips. Until then, goodbye and always stay happy.